Well, I just want to point out, these are the people that call us flag shaggers. How many flags you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 flags. Oh, 14 if you got the other one back there. Some of us did spend quite a long time in education, thank you very much. Even though that's not a sign of intelligence, as many of you university students will know. Isn't that funny? They always come from an argument of authority. Oh yeah, I've got a university degree, I know more than you. It's not a sign of intellect. That's why you'll find 80% of university lecturers are left wing. They're left wing and they're stupid. But let's talk about immigration, because you're all there supporting immigration. And what I will say is, the next month I will be coming to the University of East Anglia and I will be debating you all. So if anyone wants to see me there, if anyone wants a chance to discuss with me on camera, completely raw, unedited, I will debate immigration with you and I will win because I come from a position of logic. It makes no sense, absolutely 0 sense that you would accept millions of unvetted, undocumented, illegal immigrants into the UK. 0 sense whatsoever.
We're not illegal migrants, mate.
If you're a genuine refugee, as many people may know, my granddad took in Ukrainian refugees. But they abide by our culture, our laws. It's mostly women and kids. It's not millions of men. What are they saying now? 75% men? It's probably higher than that, but that's what they're saying, right? How can you accept that? Mostly men. Where are the women and kids? Those are the real refugees. Why is it only men coming over in the boats? Coming in and flocking into these 4-star hotels? No response?
Silent demo.
It's a silent demo. Well, we can tell the public then, can't we? Deport the illegal immigrants. Take back our country, take back our culture, take back our heritage. This is Britain, the UK. You look at Parliament from, let's talk about Africa, right? The Parliament in Africa, comprised of all Africans. You come to the UK and the UK Parliament's also comprised of mostly Africans, Somalians. What makes me a fascist? What makes me a fascist? I'm a fascist because I want illegal immigrants out of the UK.
No way!
Because I want British people first. Many people online make comments about my teeth. Yes, I read them all. And many people will know the struggle of getting a dentist appointment in the UK. There are no NHS dentists left. None. In fact, you've got to pay £69 appointment. Put in?
Why do you think there are no dentists?
With tax to ourselves, they're spending £15 billion a year on immigration. £15 billion. And a lot of people want this money to come from farmers, especially Labour. They're increasing the tax on farmers. They're increasing the tax on farmers in order to meet their budgets. Meanwhile, all they've got to do is cut the £15 billion and give it to immigration. That's all they've got to do. Talk about austerity.
Just sounds like racism.
Cut the funding to immigrants.
Nick Tencone is right. Deport these communist scum. Deport fascists. Let's get rid of the fascists.
Excuse me, how many people did Mao kill? How many people did Stalin kill?
The Vanilli ornaments time is accepted. It's been a sanctuary city. You guys don't like the history.
What about our history? What about our history?
Because we're against the eradication of our country.
Who's been around for more than 1,000 years, sorry?
Around 1,000 years. For most of that time, we have accepted refugees from elsewhere in the world. That's not going to stop.
Okay, that's a fair point. So what he's saying is that for thousands of years, we've accepted refugees. That's fair enough, right? But we've accepted them at a very minuscule rate as compared to what we are doing now, right? It was a very minuscule rate what we were accepting refugees. We also accepted skilled migrants. Those skilled migrants comprise our NHS. I accept that. What I don't accept is importing millions of people who are not required to work. They don't provide a tangible asset to the UK. All they do is they take money from us. They take money from us. They get put in these hotels. Where is the benefit to doing that?
Did you vote for Brexit?
The taxpayer per year, it's like £2. I don't know if you understand that because you guys probably don't pay tax. But at the end of the day,
I pay quite a bit of tax, thank you very much.
Then at the end of the day, why are you not upset about Nigel Farage evading tax? Tax avoidance, tax evasion.
Well, I'm upset about that. I don't think many of us here support Farage. Right? I don't think many of us support Farage yet.
Much more than the migrant hotel scheme.
You're right. So there are people on the right who are also increasing taxes. But at the moment, Wales has been led by Labour since 1999. And now you've got the UK government also being led by Labour. If we want money, all we've got to do is cut the £15 billion we are giving to illegal immigrants who don't provide them to the UK. If we want to import engineers.
Those are not the people who are causing you to suffer. The people who are causing you to suffer are the people who are in charge of the corporations who are lobbying the governments to not pay tax. They're the ones who are cutting your policy.
What, including Elon Musk, who paid, what was it, $10 million? It's a fallacy. They do pay more tax than most people earn in a lifetime.
Not proportionally to what they're earning. These people get on their pedestals and say, oh, I've donated a couple £100,000. These people are worth hundreds of billions. These people are earning more money than they will ever spend in their lifetime.
If you want to come over here, I'm happy to pay you on speaker. I'm more than happy to.
You've got a microphone, I've got a speaker, I'm on my lunch
Yeah,
break.
the mine's louder.
I have a job.
Mine's louder.
I have a job.
I'm more than happy to have a debate with you. See, Alice's handler comes along, tells me not to engage in a debate. If we, right, the reason the wars happen, the reason the marriages fall apart, the wars happen, etc., is because conversation is not happening. Conversation is not happening. If someone wants to come and discuss with me, that's not your place to tell them otherwise.
None of us are interested in debating a Holocaust denier. There we go.
So
You pretend
not true, I didn't deny it.
You pretend
That's
to
not
stand
true.
on this pedestal that you care for this country. Some of your people are
You're
chasing
throwing
you
out
and
red
waiting
herrings
for
because you
Israel
can't debate me on the
At the
main
end of the
topic.
day, if you're coming from the same side that you still hate, that you pretend to hate people of colour.
I don't hate anyone.
What's this
I
about?
don't hate anyone of colour.
What's this about?
I do not hate anyone of colour. You can be white, black, yellow, green. If you're an illegal immigrant, you're getting deported.
On the same wavelength,
Yellow or green?
Where are your colour?
It's a metaphor. I don't give a shit about your colour. It's about culture that is inherently brought over.
The whole point of having culture is being able to celebrate what sort of people that makes Norwich. These are the people that make a welcoming city. These are the people
At the
that make
moment-
me proud to be from here. Not you guys. I was born in Norwich. I am from Norfolk. I am the son of two immigrants, one of which isn't illegal. I now work for the council. I now contribute to my community.
So you're
What
an
do you
illegal
people
immigrant,
do?
you're going on.
What do you people do apart from instilling fear in the community?
What fear? Let me explain.
Proud to be
Let
from
me
here.
explain to you. We are diluting our population at the moment. I mean, it's not all about white and black, but at the moment, white people comprise 8% of the global population. And then you come over here and you call yourself minorities. You are not minorities. You are the global majority. What?
Don't shag any. What's the problem?
Exactly.
What?
Don't shag anyone that's not white. You haven't got a problem.
At the end of the day, you're
I know it's talking about
scared about
legislation,
white
I know
people
it's
being
talking
wiped
about
off the
legal
face of the
immigration.
earth. But at the end of the day,
Are you saying the population? How do you think it works?
this is a
I'm
non-issue.
not personal. The
This is
reason
a
I can never buy a
non-issue.
home, the reason I can never buy a home is because we flooded the UK with millions of migrants. We can't get NHS service beds. We can't get dental care service beds. We do not have the infrastructure to take in all of these illegal immigrants. Pardon?
Where can't you go?
I'm told I can't get a dentist appointment.
You what?
You talk about not being able to afford a house. You talk about not being able to afford a
I
house.
can't afford to spend £600,000.
Why do you think you can't get a dentist's appointment?
You're saying about shagging migrants.
Why do
What
you
about the
think
migrants
you
that are
can't
going
get
around
a dentist's
shagging our girls? And
Not
making them
shagging,
pregnant?
raping.
What about those migrants?
I don't think you
What about
understand
those
racial
migrants
diversity. I
who
don't
have
think you'll ever have
given
experience
girls
going anywhere near
AIDS? What about those illegal
I
migrants?
understand cultural diversity very well. Let's look at Birmingham, where crime is the highest it
I'm not
has been
being
in
funny.
recent
I'm not
centuries.
being funny. But white people are
Let's
still
look at
committing the
Telford,
majority of the
where
crimes in
young
this
girls are being
country.
inducted, where young girls are being
Yeah,
inducted
yeah,
into
more people
Birmingham.
fight for our
Let's
NHS.
look
Our
at
NHS is
Wiltshire,
severely
Rotherham,
understaffed.
Alton.
Think clinics, get doctors. It's clear that we're struggling from a lack of trained
Cultural
professionals who work in
diversity
the NHS.
is ruining
That's why
the
we have to get people from
Western
abroad.
Women.
You're basically citing great representation of antics for white supremacy.
And a big part of this is fatherlessness. Fatherlessness. Culture, not race. But you're
I
not
have a
race.
father. I have a white father who chose to marry a brown woman, making this. We're all the better for it. We have a family of love. We come of a city of love. Of people where we come together in a proud community. That's what you guys can say. You guys can only make
We cannot see the same love as well. Let's be all people.
There's Norwich and nothing you do will ever change that.
And immigrants, illegal immigrants, will place above them. £15 billion. £15 billion. The UK have oil issues. Our homeless population, they're not being put in hotels. They're not being put in hotels. If you come over in a thingy, you get one. You get free food, you get an asking card and money on it. How is that fair?
And the hotels they're putting on fucking 4-star. They'll bring it out there.
But there's still hotels. There's still got a roof over their head. There's still got a roof over their head. Listen, actually, if you want to come debate me, I'm happy.
Again, Holocaust denier, nobody's interested in debating you. You talk about white people being replaced, you talk about, oh, I'm scared for my community. White people are still committing the majority of the crimes, you don't want to accept that. But at the end of the day, you guys are not making this city a pleasant place for anyone. People walking past feel
Why are
uncomfortable.
migrants being placed in hotels? You've got this gentleman who's homeless and living in a forest in a tent. Do you really think that's acceptable? You've got a hotel up by the train station, a hotel in Beaufort. Do you know how many migrant hotels you've got in Norwich? 3.
What about me not being against migrant hotels suggests that I think this man should be on the streets? Absolutely, I don't think this man should be on the streets. I think it's a disgrace. However, being angry at those two things does not make them mutually exclusive. There is enough room. There are so many houses that sit empty in this city, not because of migrants, because of the people who buy them
I'm
up
not
on
blaming it on
place the
migrants, I'm
market,
blaming it on the
and leave them
government
empty, sell them at a profit.
migrants over and homeless. I am not blaming the immigrants, I'm blaming the government above them.
Then why? Why are you still protesting outside migrant hotels? Why are you trying to intimidate them? Why are we seeing people arrested outside them? Because there are people shining laser pointers in their eyes and intimidating them. I'd fuck me too, but you know, that's a different story. At the end of the day, excuse me for any children who might be in the crowd who could have heard that. But at the end of the day, you guys will live your lives and you guys will come and leave this earth and your legacy will be nothing. Norwich will stay a sanctuary city. Norwich will continue to be a safe
Did
place.
anyone vote for that? Did anyone vote for it? Did anyone vote for Norwich to become a sanctuary city? They did not.
And it will be here till you guys.
What was the last part?
That will never change.
It will never change, yes. That is tyrannical. The people should have voted on whether it became a sanctuary city. If the majority supported it, fair enough, but no one voted
People
for
are
it.
happy, people have a community. That's why that has to
1,500 outnumbered you at the Brook Hotel in Beaufort, so I don't think you're the majority here. The reason that Brexit was voted, the reason that Conservatives kept getting into power, the reason that Reform is going to take the next election is because people are fed up with immigration. They are fed up with being put below illegal immigrants.
When you vote reform, your quality of life is down the toilet.
I'm not voting Reform personally. I'm voting UKIP.
Because reform only serves the interests of the ruling class. They will continue to do so, and they will not look you twice when they are in office deciding to cut budgets. Say goodbye to any dentist appointments. Say goodbye to free GP appointments. You will not get anything.
Are you kidding me? It's a Labour government. I was arrested and charged with words. You call that Labour? The amount of us have been arrested under Labour for words and opinions and protesting. But
How
now,
often you guys are sharing this whole diatribe on Facebook about this guy who said hurty words and went to prison for it? And I can't remember the name of him, and I don't care for him because he's going to die forgotten anyway. At the end of the day, he was advocating for burning migrant hotels. He was advocating for setting fire to places where people live.
I'm not talking about him. I was arrested for saying foreign filth in relation to foreign pedophiles. You think I should be arrested and looking at prison time for that?
Were you not arrested for denying the Holocaust?
No! That never happened!
So then what words were they? What words were they?
So basically, a lot of people are saying that white people rape as well. And I said, yes, that is the case. If we've got a massive issue in this country with white people committing rape, then why do we need to import more of the same? Foreign filth was not calling all immigrants foreign filth. I would never do that. It was referring to foreign pedophiles. Should I be arrested for that?
That whole group that would be coming here are rapists and sexual criminals.
Oh, I didn't say that. No, that's not what happened.
That's exactly what you're saying. That's how it's phrased.
No, in the context I just explained, that's what
you're
happened.
saying before you go out into the world.
In the context
You can't say importing for it. If you don't know what they're like, then how can you make that assumption?
I wasn't talking about immigrants, I was talking about the pedophiles who are coming over, right? Foreign filth in relation to foreign pedophiles. We don't know who these men are.
You're not differentiating them from anyone else. You're basically making it sound
Because we don't know anything about them. They throw their documents overboard. They could be fleeing the government from wherever they came from for raping kids. How do you know who they are?
How do I know about how do I know about any of you guys?
Because we've all Father Claire's law against me, Father Sarah's law. You'll know exactly what I've been charged and convicted with, yeah? You know who I am. It would be in the mainstream news if I was convicted of an offence like that. Mainstream news, right? These men who are coming over, you don't know anything about them. Nothing.
There we go. So why should I trust you guys coming into the city centre, but not, I don't know, a refugee
It's
who...
not about coming to the city centre, it's about coming to your country. Would you allow anyone to walk
For
into your
example,
home?
it's one space. It's a space where we want to feel safe in our community.
I want to feel safe in my community.
So do I, but it's not the refugees that make me feel unsafe.
How am I making you feel unsafe? I'm having a discourse with
Because I'm
you.
not being funny. You're playing music like "Don't Stop the Riot," and you
It's a
people,
joke.
and I see you people on the videos that you publish on your TikToks outside, you know, intimidating people in the community who take a stand against you.
Listen, I don't
I
intimidate
don't doubt
anyone.
I'm
I
going to
don't
see my
intimidate
face
anyone.
on your
I'm not
social
for
media
that.
at the end of the day.
I am for
But I don't
conversation.
care. I don't care because none of you people are going to make me live in fear because this is my home.
We don't want you to live in fear. That's the point.
I'm sorry, but that is what you're doing. And when you develop basic empathy, you kind of realise that what you're doing
Right,
is...
you're wearing masks. You're wearing masks. I've had a bunch of you come up to me and almost physically assault me at the University of East Anglia. Right? We have never acted like that with you. You're all wearing masks. All of us are here in British flags. And you're saying we're the intimidating ones. What, you walking past calling us fascists? Who are really...
Who was it that stole the bike? Who was it that...
That was not me and I don't condone that.
Oh, really?
Listen, I've spoken with the system. I do not condone stealing off that bike. I've spoken to him about it, right?
I apologise, then.
There's nothing to do with me.
At the end of the day, this on this side is what makes Norwich Norwich. You guys are one
Are you kidding me?
portion of this city.
Are you kidding me? Everyone has walked past and joined our side. Look at this. These people have joined our side. This is Norwich. I'm not about you guys. I'm just talking about in general, right? This is Norwich.
We are the people who make this city Norwich. You are trying to make these streets scary for people who you don't think should feel welcome here. And Norwich is for everyone. And you guys are going to, like I said, you guys are going to live your lives. You guys are going to come onto this earth and leave it. And your legacy will be nothing. Nothing. You will change nothing.
Who are you?
You will do nothing.
Are you talking about my legacy, mate? Yeah, so let me ask, you mentioned is it your mother is an illegal immigrant or your dad? One of them was illegal, you said, didn't they? Right? So this is the difficult question, right? People who are born here, do we deport them as well? And unfortunately, in order to maintain the integrity of the UK, I say we have to. Not all of them, that's not all of them. I don't want the UK 100% right. Don't get me wrong on that, right? I would never say that.
You clearly want to preserve what your idea of whiteness is. Because you're talking about, oh, white
preserve my cultural identity, yes.
Right, I'm not being funny, but like, I'm one of the countries I'm from is Brazil. There is still a very large population of white people there, as long as black people, as much as brown people, as much as people of all
Are they
different
the majority or the minority?
No, thank you.
Everyone's chanting.
You want to preserve your cultural identity as much as I want to preserve mine. And I'm not going to apologise, and I'm not a fascist for saying that I want the UK to be the UK. We cannot control.
Okay, so if you want this country to be this country again, what about its culture are you so proud of?
Well, you want to, so I'm assuming there you're trying to bring me up on, oh yeah, we colonised so many other countries.
No. I want to know what British culture means to you. As someone who studies British history, as what I do, I want to know what it means to you.
British history is a very limited question, right? In terms
Answer it.
I'm going to answer it, mate. Give me
Then
a
answer
second,
it.
right? In terms of my cultural identity, I think being white for one is quite important on that. But also our Christian heritage. I think the Christianity is incredibly important.
Hello? Okay. Do you Morriston?
Do you want to speak at the microphone?
Do you Morriston?
No.
Yeah, British culture. Go on. You're denying British culture.
What you guys don't realise is that culture isn't something that exists biologically. Culture is ideas, culture is feelings, and part of the culture of Norwich is being an accepting place for people who are escaping danger, people who want to find a home, people who come together, make a community. Norwich is for everyone, and you are not going to change that. Like I said,
I'm not here to talk about Norwich, I'm here to talk about the UK.
well, it's
Sure,
a
let me ask you a
relevant
question.
part. It's a relevant part.
If we are to become a minority in our own homeland, are you okay with that? If we are to become, by 2060, we are going to become a minority of our own homeland. Do you accept that? Are you okay with it? That's what we're here fighting against.
No, we don't. No.
Yeah, if you want to come talk to me over here, I'm more than happy to. No one's going to attack you or anything like that.
Okay, so British values. One of the people who served under Henry VIII was a black bloody musician. So don't tell me about British values, because black people have been around since bloody years.
We're not against black people.
What?
We're not against black people.
What's race?
Where is race? You keep bringing up the race, right?
Okay.
How am I racist? Yeah? Yeah?
Just start shouting.
I brought up race, did I? You are the people who talked about replacement theory. What the hell's that about?
It's
the
true.
majority. No, it's not true.
London, Birmingham, they're already minority.
I'm from London. I'm a product of multiculturalism.
It's not a theory, it's
No,
reality.
it's not. Yeah.
7 towns and cities across the UK, we're a minority. Guess what? They're the most crime-ridden. Yeah, poverty. Right, that's an interesting point. Poverty. So what causes poverty? What culture predominantly lives in poverty?
Bad policies causes poverty.
It's also fatherlessness, right?
No.
Yes, it's fatherlessness. If you don't have a strong male role model in the house, you're more likely to abuse drugs, kill yourself, end up in prison, rape a woman. Fatherlessness is a massive issue within the black community. 64% of black Americans are fatherless. 64%.
What about the British people? What about the American soldiers who ended up?
Refugees are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Refugees are welcome here!
I enjoyed that. Where's that from?
Say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are
Got one.
welcome here. Say it loud.
Say it proud.
Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud. Say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud. Say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud. Say it clear. Refugees.
Excuse me.
Don't touch me.
Get out of my face.
Don't touch me.
Get out of my face.
Don't touch me.
Get out of my face then, fella.
Don't touch
Get
me.
out of my face then, fella.
Don't touch me.
Get out of my
Don't
face
touch
then.
me.
Stop putting
Don't
things
touch
in my face.
Don't touch me. Calm down. Let's get a bit of separation. Thank you very much.
I'm just filming in public, fella. You come and stuck that straight up in my face.
You can do that from a distance, can't you?
Lefties, take it up the rear. Huh?
Don't engage,
And
don't react.
in order for you've got to get into a rhythm, be able to have a debate without anyone getting offended.
Not in my face, fella.
I'm not in your face.
All right.
That's the only way this country is going to...
Go on. Porto, it's a lovely place to go. Lovely place to go,
Yep.
people. Yep, really lovely place to go. Gentlemen, you've said what you need to say. Let's have a little bit of space between you before we have to start using some powers I don't want to use.
Anyone wants to debate me, the stage is yours. You can use the microphone entry.
Go on. No, thank you. Thanks for the offer. I've already had one, so thank you very much.
No, thank you, my love.
You can keep filming all
I
you
don't
like,
think
mate.
that's a very simple issue. The Middle East.
Use some powers I don't want to use.
Anyone wants to debate me, the stage is yours. You can use the microphone entry.
Go on. No, thank you. Thanks for the offer. I've already had one, but thank you very much.
Pardon?
No, thank you, my love.
You can keep filming all you
I don't
like,
think
mate.
that's a very simple issue.
At the end of the day.
The Middle East has been a war for centuries, whether you're talking about the Crusades, the Inquisition, etc. Right? Now, whether I support Israel, that wouldn't make me racist. If I support Palestine, I wouldn't make me racist. But what? It's an national state. Well, not really, because it's the Muslims who force Christians and Jews to pay a jizya. Basically, Jews and Christians are forced to pay a tax in order to be left alone by Muslims. It's called jizya tax, right? So why are you asking Israel, they wouldn't force them to do that. What the Muslims said to them was, if you want us to leave you alone and not persecute you for being Christian or Jewish, then you've got to pay us a tax. That tax is paid to the government, right? So whether you want to call Israel a national state, which I don't believe it is, I believe the Muslims are just as bad. There are 55 Muslim states.
There's a different story to that as well. Jesus wasn't crucified like that.
Whether it's apartheid or not, Muslims do exactly the same thing. They are not free from the accusation of being an apartheid state. Iran was Christian until 1979. 1979.
That's a variation, right? Again, you can call it a variation, right?
Okay, did you know in Norwich at one time there was more
Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud.
on both sides are not legal. It's not legal for people to go. It is not legal for people to go. They are not legal. Only about 6% of the immigrants come on board. The rest come paying enormous sums for visas to the benefit of the government. That's how it is not immigrants. And the boat I've worked with them consistently, and I would say
So you say the majority of them who come on the boat are Christians?
Freemasons, that's not big.
So what is the predominant country that these illegal immigrants come from? Let's just go over the now.
You guys are the reason why I, a child of two immigrants who was born here, feel proud to be from Norwich, feel proud to be from Norwich, feel proud to be from You guys are what makes this city feel like home. You guys are what makes this place feel special every time you come back. Never change, be true to yourself, stand up to hate, fascism and tyranny. I love you guys, I really
So the majority at the moment is actually starting Albania. Now, there's not current war, right? Could someone bring this speaker a little bit closer? Fair enough, right? There is not, so that country is not a war. I mean, could you tell me a war is kind of going on for the Albania?
I don't know so much about Albania. I do know that people don't get to say anything unless they and they only wait in the hotels where they while their planes are taken. If they don't
Hello boy, how are you going?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Good man, yeah, I'm good.
Just having fun winding them up.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily against that. What I will say is that there have been issues in the UK. Who's the migrant in the Brook Hotel? Sis, who's the migrant in the Brook Hotel who wouldn't report again? Russia, I believe during the 14-year-old boy, and we refused to deport him because she refused to jail, European Court of Human Rights. The country he would go to is Yemen, and he took the torture upon his arrival. Now, obviously, this guy, when they release my contribution, so if we get to reach that conjunction, because we wouldn't be deporting because we're still in torture, do you think that's okay that we could potentially go back for a holiday next time and shoot the court despite the street jar ruling?
Yeah, but the customers know that they're buggy wheeling, they're not leaving. I can't remember the army, so if you ever did you live there? Maybe now, it's a while. A while, 5 years? No, not years. Yeah, exactly, so you don't really know. Why not? Because you haven't spent 10 years there. I'm just saying, I'm not having a talk. I'm not talking. So you obviously got...
And we say, why do they come here? They've been living in tents since 20,000.
Are you wearing a foreign flag? I think, your perspective is me, right from Northern Ireland.
Well, I'm going to have this one. Someone else can have an argument, yes, but I'm going to... So, hold on. It is a choice, mate. At the moment, I'm going to pay it. Why are you getting involved, mate? We're having a lovely discussion, mate. No, we're having a... We're talking about immigration, not black people.
Why are you so hung up on immigration? Why didn't you just rail back to that larger garage who were avoiding millions of tax?
I think everyone should get taxed.
I'm working class.
Everyone should get taxed.
I'm working class, but it's not.
Another homeless individual not supported by the UK government.
They are illegal immigrants are a problem.
You'll be
Now, I
It's
wanted
illegal.
to respond to that lady's point really quickly. That woman obviously talked about. So that woman mentioned then about people who are fleeing persecution. Now I would agree that people fleeing persecution are considered refugees. However, by being a refugee, you've got to land in the first safe country, right? So stay in France.
In the first safe country that most people land in is
I think that's fair enough. I think that's human nature. I am.
I mean, that is the first safe country they arrive in. If you take the rest of the countries and the rest of and just because you're surrounded, I mean, people don't land here because they can't walk on water.
I think that's British.
What do you mean the British? What do you mean by British? You mean
People born
It is illegal to bring people on things, but they are not illegal. No person is illegal. And when you talk about us wanting our nation for ourselves, we are not. I mean, if anyone's done a DNA test, how many nationalities we know are made up? You know, we are all, including. Nobody is illegal. But there are some people who stay there after they've been. They're not illegal. Yes, we are. There are huge numbers.
There are certain cultures which perpetuate inherent violence. I mean, if you go into India as a lone woman, it's a very risky place to go, isn't it? So I don't agree that there should be no borders. There should be borders, and there's the same reason you have a locked door in your house. You don't have your house open to anyone, right? There's a locked door in your house to keep the occupants inside protected. It should be the same system in the UK. We should have a vetting process by which we know who we're letting in. Now, in terms of all these people coming over, I mentioned there, Albania is a predominant country at the moment. Albania is not a war, they're economic migrants. They come here for the economic opportunities. But if you flood the UK with thousands and millions of these economic migrants, then what eventually happens is, not only do you dilute the population, you ruin our infrastructure, you ruin our economy, you ruin our housing market, like this already happened. I can't buy a house. They're not building homes quick enough to accommodate all the illegal immigrants. They're trying to shove migrants. There was a village of 700 people, they tried to put 1,400 migrants in there. One NHS hospital. One hospital for what would eventually become 2,200 people. 2,200 occupants. There's a massive concern with doing that. But if anyone else wants to come and have their piece, have a little discussion with me, the floor is open.
YouTube primarily.
Why? Is
Content.
it just to intimidate, is it?
No,
I didn't film you.
It actually pays you.
Hey?
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask you,
Anyway, I better go.
what
No worries, fella.
country originally most of the doctors and nurses come from?
This is what I talked about earlier today, actually. I believe skilled immigration can have a tangible asset. As many people may know, America is currently struggling with a...
You just now said that everyone who wasn't born here should be deported. So that means all the dentists and all the doctors and all the nurses should be deported.
Before I respond to that part of the point, so I do believe skilled immigration has a place. In America, they've currently got an engineering shortage. Allegedly, that's why the H-1B visa topic was coming up a lot more. So I do believe skilled immigration does have a place. Those people provide a tangible asset to the UK and are not what I define as illegal immigrants. I was saying earlier that I want all illegal immigrants to be deported. including many immigrants who don't provide anything to the UK after the Tony Blair era, right? Now, skilled immigration, as I said then, does have a massive place. Doctors, nurses, engineers, but that system gets abused. In America, you had people on H-1B visas who were working minimum wage jobs in Taco Bell. In Taco Bell.
You just now said that we've got a huge shortage of dentists. Now, at my dentist at St Stephen's, they all come from Eastern Europe. So then there would be an even bigger shortage of dentists if you said they all had to go home.
Again, skilled immigration, I'm not on about.
But you said everyone had to be deported.
I said all illegal immigrants, hold on. So I said all illegal immigrants, right? In terms of dentists, you can't get a dentist appointment because not all of them are NHS. That's what I was on. Right, did you want to say a few words again?
Protect them. Protect your kids. It's simple. It's very simple. These kids are growing up for our future. They're the doctors, they're the dentists, they're the farmers. They're the ones that are going to wipe your fucking ass when you can't do it yourself. Protect your fucking kids.
Thank you. The man behind me made a valid point about things we don't get to vote for. Well, we do get to vote for our council. We do get some influence on whether we become a city sanctuary or not. One thing we've never voted for, never been asked, is being a nuclear target. Do people really think, have anybody here ever consented to having nuclear weapons 40 miles down the road?
Do you agree with that on the plus of it? So I would kind of agree with that because, again, it's not true democracy. We kind of have an illusion of democracy in the UK. You mentioned about sanctuary city, which we do kind of have a voice on. I would heavily disagree with that. In Swansea, the people definitely didn't vote for it, and yet the council leader, Rob Stewart, a lot of people made their voices heard, but the council leader, Rob Stewart, did it behind people's backs anyway. And then he compared us with China, Wuhan City. Pardon? He's not. Why would you say he's a pedophile? What's the proof? Epstein, right. Okay, Epstein Island flight logs. Let's talk about that. Chumps. So that's what we call Scottish culture. Irish, sorry, Irish. Right. What makes my views racist then, mate? Come on. Because I don't support Palestine. Yeah, but can I call you anti-Semitic for not supporting Israel? So what you're saying is I'm racist if I don't support Palestine, but you're not anti-Semitic if you don't support Israel. That is a logical, it's a stupid argument. Absolutely stupid argument. Don't call me a racist for my views, debate the topic.
I'm trying to, you're not listening.
Come over here.
No.
Well, I'll be nice to everyone, come on man.
I am scared of you guys.
Come on.
So I'm not here to call anyone a racist. It doesn't get anything done. Ultimately, we need to work together. We need some working class solidarity. And you raised the issue of housing and homelessness. Every night here outside the city hall, people gather. They gather for food, they gather for soup. Yes, let's focus on that. Let's fix that. Do you know how much the money the council has lost, has thrown away, not building houses? This council set up a company called Lion Homes that was supposed to build houses in Mile Cross. The company collapsed the next year. They lost 6 million quid. They can't tell us where it went. Do something about that and we can work together. Right, okay, so let me give you an applause first. Right, so I do want to talk about that, right? So you've got homeless, I've been here a few times, I've seen the homeless collecting their, because I believe they do soup on the corner here, isn't it?
Yeah, 7:30 every night.
7:30 every night, right? They do soup here for the homeless, right? Now, the thing is, we could It proves quite easily they could put all these homeless into hotels and houses. They proved that when years ago they started filling, I think it was about 3-4 years ago, they started filling 3-4-star hotels with illegal immigrants, right? So they proved they could do it all along. Why didn't they? Now, I'm not here to blame illegal immigrants. If I saw an offer of you could go to the UK, you could get all of their money, you could get put in a hotel, you could get free food, I'd take that offer as well, right? Especially if my country that I was coming from was a shithole. So I completely agree with that. However, it's clearly the government who are saying, oh, you don't have enough money for the homeless, and putting the illegal immigrants first. Is that fair?
What I would say to that is, let's get a left-wing council, let's get Labour out of power. Everyone who wants to work together to solve these issues on behalf of the working class could put a left-wing government in control of Norwich. We could use every disused brownfield site, every disused commercial and industrial building that exists in this city to build safe homes for everyone. There'd be no fighting at that point.
Okay, so what, like RAF Scranton, Wethersfield, etc. Former RAF bases which are used to fill up with illegal immigrants, right? Well, let's talk about in Colchester. I believe you've got RAF Wethersfield, where they're going to be putting 700 illegal immigrants into a village that's much smaller, dwarfs it in comparison, right? Near Colchester and Braintree. Is it fair that you are expecting the local population to accept hundreds of unvetted illegal immigrants that we know nothing about? We don't know where they come from, they don't assimilate, they don't speak English. You think that is fair to ask of the local community?
I met a homeless veteran here last week who was queuing for food, who was very triggered by our protest. That's why none of us are wearing high-vis, we don't want to look intimidating, we don't want to look like cops. Why are there homeless veterans queuing for food here in front of City Hall? And what can we do? What can we do about it?
You ignored my question and answered it with another question. I'd like a response.
I think your question was about whether it's just to house people.
My question was, is it fair to ask a local community, of a very small, tiny local community, to take in hundreds of men they don't know where they come from, these men do not speak English and they do not culturally assimilate. Is that fair to ask of the local community?
We don't have many opportunities to decide what gets done. Every now and then you have an election and you have a choice. That's not enough. We should also organise, we should do it ourselves. Ultimately, there should be homes for all. Housing should be a right. The world is in a very difficult situation at the moment. There's no point blaming other people for it who are in bad situations as well. I was in the refugee camps in France for about half a year. It's an extremely bad situation. Nobody wants to be there.
I'll tell you a worse situation. The worst situation has been a homeless veteran that fought for your country in the UK and been made homeless. Well, they could do something about it. If they start giving £15 billion to illegal immigrants and started using that instead for homeless veterans, none of us would have an issue. Clearly it's council, but I've never seen anyone go in there, to be fair. I have no idea. What, so we're meant to give up more of our buildings to house more illegal immigrants? It will never be used for our own homeless. It will never be used for them. I know it should be, but you talk about if you've got a left-wing majority, well, again, Labour's run Wales since 1999. You may be talking about not Labour, but if you go for the Green Party... Now, if you were to go for Labour, right, we'd go for who? Green? If anyone's voting for Green? And, well, where are they going to put their money? They're going to put money into more infrastructure for renewable energy sources that don't work. Let's talk about solar energy, right? Solar energy, they have to spend $2 trillion in order to build up enough batteries to house the entirety of the UK, right? So with solar energy, it's just not doable. And then when it doesn't sun, well, when there's no sun, when the wind doesn't blow, wind turbines don't work, renewable energy doesn't work either, so that's more wasted money. And I think they would prioritise, because I've seen a lot of their tweets, they would still prioritise illegal immigration over our own veterans and homeless.
Treat them equally. If, at the Green Party conference, we just voted to make the abolition of landlords party policy. The abolition of landlords. If you get if you get a Green-controlled council, or if you get some of her people into the council, and they voted for that, we could bring that in Norwich. We could have homes for all, and this issue wouldn't exist.
So the abolition of land is basically where the state owns all of the land, right?
The abolition of landlords, or bringing in landlord licensing, is the first step, so that landlords can't oppress the people who are staying in the places that they rent. What?
Which means that there are no rental properties for anyone. So how do you work that one out?
There aren't enough homes.
If you travel down the country, you see lots of rental homes. You see above shops.
Yes, homes should have people inside them.
No, I want to add something. I also could get one. Veterans and homelessness and like.
What you're saying is that there's plenty of homes.
I let them speak like that.
They just aren't available.
It is, we're literally having a discussion off mic a second, I'll be back on.
One second. I've spent most of my life as a homeless man. I've just spent the last, I would say,
Sorry, I've got anything
I've spent the last 10 years going to over 5,000 church of England churches to over 5,000 different places within this country. You can't ask my mic. And what I've seen around the places. Now I see it all the time. Above towns, above villages, all of these places, above shops are empty. And they should all be housed. They should all help people.
We're not
There are lots and lots of places.
Government.
Do something about
The
that.
government's
I
fault.
agree.
I just want to say something about veterans, right? So the only problem that I have is, so the government, I don't agree personally, sorry if I offend anyone by the way, I don't agree with the army. I think that the government do this thing where they promise people good money, good medical services, and a lifetime of support, right? As soon as you go to war, and you become mentally ill or physically ill, they throw you to the side and you end up on the streets, right? So it's the government's fault that these veterans are on the streets, it's not refugees. And what are you doing to feed the veterans on the streets? Because if I remember, it's the left wing that are feeding the veterans every single week on the streets. What, have you done it? Have you fed veterans? Do you okay, well that's a good thing. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so how about you set up a charity to help veterans and do something good with your platform? That's a good thing to do with your platform.
Well, I have used my platform to promote veteran charities and raise money for them, so I have done stuff like that, right? Now, Sid's also housed one. Sid's also got one housed. So we have, now I do agree, and what you're saying there about it being the government's fault over refugees, I agree, and I've said many times today on the microphone, I'm not blaming the immigrants. If I was offered a deal to come to the UK, get all of this money, get housed, etc., I would take up that offer. I'm in agreement there, and I'm not blaming it on them.
So if you would do it, why is it a problem for anyone else to do it? If you were in that situation, you would do it, and you've just said that. So why is it not okay for anyone else to come and do it?
Because as a British-born citizen, I am fed up with it. And I want us to be put first, not the other way around. I want them to struggle to get a dentist appointment, not me. Do you know what I mean? I want them to struggle to get a home, not me. Yeah, there is no way in my lifetime I'm going to be able to put down a £60,000 down payment to get a mortgage on a home. No one can. This is my point. I'm not saying this therefore. I'm saying there are NGOs, there's the government, that are bringing over all of these men into the UK and making it our problem so that we're fighting with each other rather than ignoring the state. That is something I do agree with, but it doesn't matter. We have got to deport them. We have got to.
I have. Many, because I was homeless for 7 years. So yes, I have. Yeah? Well, yeah.
Would you have the homeless?
I mean, if you want to live in a one-bedroom flat, then
Watch out.
One person, the government is going to give you a 3-bedroom house and I'm one person. You can't sit there and do that.
I can help him. I used to be a mental health worker. I can help you. I can help you get housing. I've helped many people get housing. Well, I can. I've done it.
So I was in Swansea.
I've done it. I've helped people get housing.
Sip, I'll send you the video later, right? I was in Swansea where I interviewed members of the homeless. They would have to be homeless, proven for 3 weeks before getting somewhere to stay for the night. By the morning, they'd be forced out. Migrants do not have to send. They are living in luxury in comparison. It is not fair.
What are you doing on there?
Oh, well then they lied to me. Yeah. But that's what they told me.
It's been 6 months since we lived on an island. Immigrants are welcome. Legal ones, yes.
Yeah. Right, I'll put some music on unless anyone has any more words. Right. Listen, I'm going to put some music on, but if anyone else wants a chance to come and have a discussion, come over.
Sotty.
Stay on this
To me, I can't deal
Today was meant to be a quiet launch for the British Women First Safety Initiative, part of our women and children to save them and keep them safe on the streets. But across the way, loud voices that dismiss our cause remind us why we must speak louder, stand firmer, and never back down. These vile, aggressive voices are part of the problem. They silence good people, especially women, who fear being labelled, shamed, or called racist. We simply want safety and truth. That card, that racist card, has been played too long and no longer holds any weight. I am the founder of the British Women First, leading force in the UK's Pink Lady movement. We are different. Our sole mission is to protect all women and children, regardless of postcode or politics. We empower women to lead in their own communities because we know the realities. Women have families and limited time and resources. They can't very often leave the sink and become pink. We are a powerful movement, a peaceful, informative movement, respectful conduct towards the public, dignified behaviour, even in disagreement. We demand our streets are made safe again. We demand our rights as women to be equal to men. We demand that cruel ideologies that seek to suppress women find no home in Britain. This is our stand, this is our voice, this is our revolution. We are the Pink Ladies and we are not backing down. These threats are real, and we ask why import ideologies that seek to destroy everything we hold dear. Our culture, our history, our beliefs, our religion, and our women and children. Pink Ladies say, protect all women and all children. We have stood silent for too long, letting men speak for us. And while we love and honour our men, it's time for us to lead. Time for women to rise. No longer fighting spirit. No one saw us coming, not the government, not the authorities. They thought they could crush our brave men who stood to defend us, but they didn't count on us. The women, the mothers, the daughters, the sisters and the wives. We are the core of the family, the strength behind every good man, the homemakers who now step forward and are the history makers. We will protect the rights of all women and children, now and for generations to come. We stand with all peaceful, patriotic groups. We will not be divided. We will not be splintered. The battlefield is ours to share. So I say to every woman listening, rise, be the part of the right side of history, unite with us and become a Pink Lady.
Refugees are welcome here.
Protect all women, save our kids. 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 Protect all women. Save our kids! Protect all women! 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 Save our kids!
Hey, how's the army? Hey, how's the army? Hey, how's the army? Hey, how's the army?
We are giving away radicalised and important leaflets. Anyone, any lady or young girl would like for these selfie initiative packets, please come and see me. Thank you. Protect all women. Save our peace. Protect all women. Save our peace.
Protect all women. Save our kids.
What is that spraying? What is spraying?
Any ladies would like a safety pack? Hello, we have a few safety initiative packs with rape alarms. Every woman should carry one. Please come over there, you can have one free.
No way. You do. 50 feet.
This one's some pictures.
Yeah, pictures.
Mum got a photo!
Everyone's singing now. Anybody else like one?
Come in, girls. Get your rape alarm. Please, and like you put your phone.
Keep them on you all the time. Right, can you have a picture of them or do you not be happy? Yeah, okay. Someone take pictures. I'm getting ready for it. You can hold it all.
One cookie. One and then more cookies, babe.
Right, anybody else like safety initiative pack?
How bad of an idea would it be if you got shot with a sun? The safety
women!
If we were good, they'd start offering about the left.
Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids!
Have a discipline.
Protect our women!
Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids!
Protect our women! Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids!
I'm 16 years old. Save our kids! Protect our women! Save our kids! Protect our women!
Save our kids!
Protect our women!
Save our kids!
To be fair, I'm surprised they aren't chanting. I'm surprised they're not chanting. Protect all rapists.
No, no.
I'm surprised they're not saying that.
Traitor, can I get your photo with you? You've got my microphone. Sorry. That's perfect. That's beautiful. I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
No, it's not. It's only 10:42. Yeah.
Sarah.
Come on, ladies.